No one will show you the door. Defend for long enough, no one will recall the time the hill wasn't yours. Pass down the cape.
So I'm here with Del Scott Miller, who's part of a band called Del Scott Miller.
That's Steve, yeah.
How long have you been playing?
Altogether around about, give me age away, probably 23, 24 years, something like that.
So what kind of got you started into
a friend at school lent me I think it was a second or third generation cassette, remember them?
Oh, yeah.
Guns N' Roses, and it just, I wanted to be Slash.
You wanted to be Slash?
I don't look much like Slash, but it was a dream for a while. Yeah.
So you're part of a 4-piece band?
3 or 4 piece. We tend to go out as myself and a bassist called Tommy Fuller go out as a duo, and then we've got sort of 1 or 2 other people that sort of bolt on if they're available. So
excellent. What type of venues do you do?
It's sort of smaller pub type venues, so we play a lot in Sheffield, the usual places on places like Division Street and West Street. That's a good starting point for bands and for artists. A few in Barnsley, not so much in Leeds. It's difficult to get out in.
Right, so it's mainly the Yorkshire area.
Yes, it's mainly Yorkshire. Up to now. Yeah.
What are the crowd like in Sheffield? And
It depends on the night. The crowd is flattering it somewhat. If it's midweek, then crowd is probably too excessive a word. They're all right. They're very receptive. We played in Harrogate a couple of weeks ago. And they were really good. I think they were mainly sort of a folky, acoustic-y, friendly crowd, so they enjoyed it.
Yeah, so that's the type of music you do, isn't it? It's mainly folk-based.
Folk, there's a bit of folk there. Acoustic, mainly all acoustic. Not trad. I think it's sort of alternative folk. Maybe 70s alternative folk like John Martin and Nick Drake, that sort of thing.
Right. And you're actually taking part in the Barnsley Music Awards on the 5th of December.
I'm playing at the behest of Dave Pearsall, I believe his name is.
Right, yeah. And what you up for nomination for that for?
I think it's solo artist.
Solo artist. Yeah. Excellent. That's going to be brilliant. Are you looking forward to that?
I am. Yeah, it should be a good night. It's been plugging it as much as it can, and it's one of the guys in Barnsley was more than willing to get up off his arse and really push to put the town on the map and give it some airplay. So that's good. I'm happy to play for him.
So what's one of your favourite tracks of your own?
There's a new EP out on the 28th. There's a song called No One Here But Me on it. I was on the ball that day. I'm happy with that one.
Right. And you write your own music?
Yeah. I play for a few other people doing covers. But it's mainly part of the wage when I do things like that. It's sort of a labour of love. I rarely get paid. In fact, usually petrol and all that's considered. I'm usually paying to play the places.
Really?
So, yeah. But that's how you've got to do it. You've got to do it.
What kind of artists inspire you then?
2 I mentioned previously, so Nick Drake and John Martin, big fans of both of those. Elbow, Radiohead, I think it's obligatory to say Radiohead these days.
Right.
Tom Waits, there's an obscure American band who are long now defunct called Karate, big fan of those.
Oh wow. Okay, that's good. A lot of the bands have got like names for their fans. Have you got any names for your fans?
God no. No, nor shall I. No, that's no.
It's a bit too cheesy for you, is it?
Yeah. Good.
That's fantastic. So what instruments do you play?
I'm mainly a guitarist. I sing as well, although people might argue against that. But yeah, I'm sort of a guitarist by trade. Yeah.
That's absolutely fantastic. And if you had to pick a song, that had to be your favourite, in your favourite band, what would that be?
There's a lot to go at. I think if I had to pick one classic, it had to be This Charming Man, I think, by the Smiths.
Right.
Big fan of that. And
you mentioned something about you run a penny arcade. What's that about? Do you want to explain that?
Yeah, penny arcade. It's not sort of. It's very sporadic at minute. We've only done 1 or 2 up to just. But myself and a good friend of mine, Nicky Bywater, we run penny arcade, which is sort of a festival themed acoustic night wherever we can get it. So the last one we held at Debut Arcade. Debut Records down the arcade in Barnsley. Thanks to Stu Sheard. The next one, which is going to be on the 28th, I think is going to be at Factory Music Studios, just off Doncaster Road. And that'll coincide with the EP launch.
The launch of the EP. Yeah. Have you got a name for the EP, or is it just Del Scott?
It's just self-titled. Yeah, really imaginative. Yeah, I've spent a long time on that title, so thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah, no problem. So that's great. So good luck with the music awards then.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll we'll see you soon.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. Cheers. Thank you.